Most people never fail because they lack talent. They fail because they never become obsessed. They never become consumed by a mission bigger than comfort. They never find something that pulls them out of bed before the alarm rings. And because of that, they drift. Years pass. Dreams fade. Potential dies quietly. Listen carefully. Every great achievement started with someone becoming obsessed with a purpose. Not interested. Not curious. Obsessed. The lion doesn't wake up and negotiate with hunger. The soldier doesn't step onto the battlefield wondering if he feels motivated. They move because something inside them demands action. And that's exactly what you're missing if you've been stuck. Because purpose isn't supposed to be a hobby. It's supposed to become your mission. Think about the people who changed their lives. The athlete training before sunrise. The entrepreneur working while everyone else is sleeping. The artist creating when nobody is watching. From the outside it looks extreme. From the inside it feels necessary. That's the difference. When you find your purpose, discipline stops feeling like punishment. It becomes a responsibility. The problem is that most people are addicted to distraction. They scroll. They consume. They chase entertainment. Then they wonder why they feel empty. Because your mind was built to create, not just consume. Imagine a fire. A small fire can warm a room. A massive fire can power an entire city. Purpose works the same way. The stronger your purpose becomes, the more energy it creates. The more focused you become. The more unstoppable you become. But there is a price. Every obsession requires sacrifice. You cannot build an extraordinary future while protecting every comfort. Something has to go. Late nights. Excuses. Toxic habits. Toxic people. The weak version of yourself. You must be willing to leave those things behind. Because every level of growth demands a new version of you. A man standing at the base of a mountain cannot reach the summit carrying unnecessary weight. The climb itself will expose what doesn't belong. The same thing happens in life. Purpose reveals your priorities. And priorities reveal your future. Most people say they want success. But their actions reveal something else. They want comfort. They want certainty. They want guarantees. Purpose doesn't offer guarantees. It offers meaning. And meaning is far more powerful. Because when life gets difficult, motivation disappears. Purpose remains. When rejection comes, purpose remains. When nobody believes in you, purpose remains. When progress feels invisible, purpose remains. That's why purpose beats motivation every single time. Think about the strongest people you've ever met. Not the loudest. Not the most talented. The strongest. They all had something they refused to quit on. Something bigger than temporary emotions. A reason that carried them through storms. You need that reason. Because your brain will constantly try to protect you. It will tell you to rest. To wait. To start tomorrow. To play it safe. It wants survival. Your purpose wants growth. And every day those two forces are fighting inside you. The winner becomes your future. Look at a seed buried underground. For weeks, nothing happens. No applause. No recognition. No visible progress. Yet underneath the surface, roots are growing. Preparation is happening. Purpose works the same way. Many people quit because they don't see results. The obsessed keep going because they trust the process. They understand that growth is often invisible before it becomes undeniable. That's why patience becomes a weapon. The world celebrates outcomes. Purpose focuses on the process. The world celebrates victories. Purpose embraces the work. The world wants shortcuts. Purpose chooses mastery. And mastery always wins eventually. There will be days when you're tired. Days when doubt enters your mind. Days when you question everything. good. Those days are part of the journey. Because purpose isn't tested when everything feels easy. Purpose is tested when everything feels impossible. That's when you discover who you really are. A storm doesn't build character. It reveals it. And when life sends storms your way, your purpose becomes your anchor. Without it, you drift. With it, you endure. The truth is that you don't need more information. You don't need another motivational video. You don't need another perfect plan. You need commitment. You need obsession. You need a mission that becomes non-negotiable. Because once purpose becomes non-negotiable, excuses lose their power. Fear loses its power. Procrastination loses its power. You stop asking if you feel like doing the work. You simply do it. That's when everything changes. That's when ordinary people become extraordinary. Not overnight. Not magically. But through thousands of days spent honoring a purpose bigger than themselves. One decision. One action. One step at a time. The person you want to become is already waiting. But he exists on the other side of sacrifice. On the other side of discipline. On the other side of relentless commitment. The question is simple. How badly do you want it? Not when it's convenient. Not when it's easy. How badly do you want it when nobody's watching? Because that answer determines everything. The future belongs to those who become obsessed with building it. The future belongs to those who refuse to quit. The future belongs to those who wake up every day and attack their purpose with relentless focus. So stop drifting. Stop waiting. Stop treating your purpose like an option. Make it your mission. Make it your obsession. And watch what happens when your entire life begins moving in one direction. If this message lit a fire in you, then it's time to act. Drop this in the comments right now. I am obsessed with my purpose. So that I know you stayed all the way till the end. And you will become the person your future depends on.